boys and girls, children of all ages. GabGames.com is proud to bring you Fortnite, created by Epic Games. I am the one. Be easy. Brandon Gordon Gab. Brandon Gordon Gab of GabGames.com. And remember, GG, good game, Gab Games. GabGames.com. Talk about it. Now, this section is Fortnite and inappropriate conversations. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, so almost nothing is off the table. No, almost everything is on the table. I'm just here to make people uncomfortable, and none of this necessarily express how I feel. None of this expresses is the views of the Fortnite creators or YouTube or any media that you see this on. This is for pure entertainment. I'll be scrolling social media to find topics. I'll just be looking everywhere, to pull shit out my ass, basically. But the first topic is one that I've just brought up in Apex Legends. I could bring that up to you all. And that is, it's only a sin. Masturbation is only a sin for men. Why? Because the semen of men produce life. Granted, it takes two, but semen that shoots out of a penis is alive. It has to swim to the egg in a lady. That gives life to a lady, to a baby. That has to enter the egg and then cook for 9 months inside the womb of a woman. Woman carries a child, a man carries life. So therefore, if a man masturbates, it's a sin. Because of the waste of potential life. So masturbation by men is considered a sin. When women nut, they don't nut life. I feel like the soul being snatched, but they don't nut life. So that's why masturbation by men is the only sin when it comes to masturbation. That's the type of show this is going to be today. If you're not allowed to hear this bullshit, I suggest you leave right now. This is some of the shit. No, this is the only shit that you're going to hear on our album. I'm sorry, I had D12 flashback. Because that was one of the skits in the intro. It's like, you get offended by words like bitch, homo, sissy, fudge, fecker, clit eater, all that shit like that, and turn this shit off. Because this is some of the shit. No, this is the only shit that you're going to hear on this album. So I grew up on Eminem, South Park, Family Guy, American Dad. Tons of social political shows. So I am a little conscious of what I say, but just because I'm conscious of what I say don't mean that I won't. Hey, you remember when Sarah ran through here and then she got stuck and the stegosaurus almost killed her. She's like, no, don't kill me. But anyway, inappropriate conversations. Conversations that you don't want to have in front of your parents. You might have it with your friends. You don't have it with your parents. Like, I don't want my parents to judge me. I thought I bought 2 of them, 3 of them. That range. Bang. So, another conversation I picked up, another topic that's highly inappropriate, but I'm interested to see what people think about it. Remember, okay, I'm not even going to give any more, right? But, okay. If you had a friend who's been your friend since kindergarten, come up and say, hey, I have a sex change. I am the opposite sex now. Would you be curious as to see? Like, to want to see? For example, if your homeboy from kindergarten came up and was like, hey, I got a pussy. Would you be curious to see what a transgender pussy look like? If your lady friend from way back when came up to you and was like, hey, I got a dick now, would you be curious to see what a transgender dick looks like? Would you be curious to see if her dick is bigger than yours? Well, his dick now, right? Would you call him a he? Would you call her a he? Like you could buy dicks? You mean I've been stuck with my dick I had for the longest and I could have went to the store and bought me a dick? Not that anything's wrong with my dick, I'm just saying. These are thoughts to be had. You know, you wouldn't be curious to see what a transgender dick looked like? If you say no, you're a liar, because curiosity is in human nature. You might not admit it out in public, but you be curious to see what the hell a transgender dick looks like. Right? Like, for example, what guy don't like boobies? If your transgender friend came up and was like, hey, you want to see my new titties? Would you say no? I asked the tough question. I mean, when it comes to the titties, I probably want to feel. But to be like, to see, Like, I've seen titties before, but I would want to see if they feel like real titties. I haven't felt fake titties. At least not that I know of. So I would want to know what fake titties feel like. If you think that makes me gay, well, hey. But I know the truth. Like, hey, you want to see these titties? I know they're not real titties. But bring them here. Let me grab those titties. You know, it don't make it gay if it's just for recreational use. It's not for sexual use. Get what I'm saying? Now, if you want to use those titties for sexual use, then maybe you might be a little curious. But if you just want to see what, you know, how good the boob job was, I don't think that makes you gay. You know? I don't think it makes you gay, personally. Because it's not for sexual use. There is nothing sexual in nature to it. You know what it is when you open up the chat, when you open up the stream. None of my channels is made for children. This is all for entertainment purposes only, and if you can't hear this shit, turn. If you're here, thank you. Be an adult about the conversation. Can't be an adult about the conversation, leave. We're not here to call people out their name. We're not here to call, to be bigots. We're just here for the topic of discussion. If you can't be mature and understand that it's for entertainment and that we're not here to harm anybody, please move the fuck along. You know? So, back to the conversation. Would you be curious to see what a transgender dick look like? If your lady friend popped up and was like, hey, I got a dick. Like a real dick? Like, yeah, I got a dick. You're saying you wouldn't be curious to see what it looks like. Like, you're not going to say, you bullshitting. Show me. Because guys need the proof. We live in logic. We need to see it to believe it. Proof is in the pudding. That person didn't have any shields. Or else I would have used their shields to build up my shield. Rule of the land. You keep what you kill. That's the necromonger way. According to those necromongers. Chronicles of Riddick shit. Like I said, I'd be curious. I'd be like, you bullshitting me. I wouldn't even believe it unless you showed me. Like, yeah, whatever. Talk that shit. Like, I wouldn't go out my way. So, you know, like, I'll be on dating sites. I'm trying to find me a nice young lady. And it be people that say they transgender on there, and I'll be seeing some women on there, and I'll be like, I know you're not transgender. You know, you just looking for a sneaky link, and you don't want nobody to know, because you don't want nobody to know. You put transgender. But I'm not curious enough to find out. No, like, I'm not curious enough to find out. But I wonder. You have to be somebody I know. I'd have to know you personally to be like, let me see. That's how far my curiosity goes. Know yourself. Know and love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you're in for a bunch of bullshit. No, because I won't sit here and say there is no curiosity in me whatsoever as to what a transgender coochie look like, what a transgender dick look like. Like, I'm not curious enough to go find out. But somebody, if one offered, I'd be like, oh, so that's what that looks like. Why can't I find any shit? Because I only got half my shit. Is it gay to sleep with a transgender person? Dum dum dum. Is it gay? Okay. Is it gay if you didn't know? Let's say you slept with a woman You didn't know she was a man before. Would that make you gay? Right? Like, technically that don't make you gay, right? Because you didn't know. You wasn't a willing participant. Found out after the fact. But technically, they're not a man, or they're not the same gender as you, given your respective gender. I'm here to ask the tough questions. Enough. Okay. Ooh. Thought I saw something there before. Let's see. Okay. Dun dun dun. Okay. I'll use myself as an example. Just my age, not me per se. But would you? I'm a 35-year-old man. As a 35-year-old, right? Let's say I'm 35. As a 35-year-old, male or woman, would you sleep with an 18-year-old? 18's legal. What, are you sleeping with a transgender for it to be gross? I mean, sorry, that was rude. I didn't mean that. I don't want to offend. But would you? I mean, personally, me, if you ask me, it's not like I'm looking for an 18-year-old. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't. If you say you would, you're a motherfucking liar. You know how I know you're a motherfucking liar? Especially women too. Women like to pull the double standard bullshit. Guys, growing up, how many younger women did you know that had older boyfriends? A lot, right? You knew enough. Now, how many women, grown-ass women, have we seen gush over Chris Brown before he started beating bitches up? A lot. Like, ooh, I would. How many grown-ass women have we seen lust over Justin Bieber? Ellen was on Justin Bieber's dick, and she don't even liked it. So, It's not just a male question, because females like to act like only males think like that. Right? Stella, how Stella got a groove back. G.I. Jane. Right? Like older woman, younger guy. You know? So, would you date an 18-year-old? Would you sleep with an 18-year-old? I'm not even asking if you would date him. Would you sleep with an 18-year-old? Because dating and sleeping with them two different things. Right? So, any fellas that want to act like they wouldn't, because ladies are listening. 18-year-old Beyonce. I'm sorry, Beyonce. I like using Beyonce because Beyonce is one of the most beautiful women in the world. 18-year-old Beyonce says, hey, I want to run a dick-sucking marathon on you. You gonna say no? I'll wait. Ain't no man in here would say no. You'll even pull the Destiny's Child on her. I will pay your bills. I'll pay your telephone bills. I'll pay your automobiles. You know, it's easier to say one thing when we all know the truth. Ain't nobody turning down an 18-year-old Beyonce. Shit, have you women want to turn down an 18-year-old Beyonce? Right. Like, wouldn't be like, shit, I ain't gay, but that's Beyonce. Right. So, if half you women wouldn't turn down an 18-year-old Beyonce, what man do you think is going to turn down an 18-year-old Beyonce? So I asked the question again. Would you sleep with an 18-year-old? It's legal. It's not illegal. See? Even this person, I'll fuck the shit out of him. I'll load this motherfucker up and empty everything. Now, just because you would doesn't mean that people, you know, I don't think because you would, a person shouldn't think that you out here chasing young ass. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you're a predator. That don't mean that, right? Because you're not out there actively looking to date 18-year-olds. You know? Like, I would sleep with an 18-year-old, but am I actively out there looking for an 18-year-old? No. What's her name? Zendaya. How old is Zendaya? Chloe Bailey. How old is she? Which brings me up to the next question. Now, I don't have anybody to answer that question. It would be, what's your cutoff age for people younger than you? For people older than you? I'm 35. I'll go 10 higher, 10 low. 25, 45. If she's hot, I could do 50, 20. I said I was going to find me a 20-year-old girlfriend, one that can't drink, just so I could go to a restaurant and make people uncomfortable. And I'm going to go and I'm going to order me a drink. Then like for the lady, I'll be like, nothing. She's not old enough to drink. Just to make people uncomfortable. Because I think it would be funny as shit, to be honest. Sorry, no, she can't have anything. She's too young to drink. Oh, you can't tell me that shit won't be fun. Because it's going to make whoever the person uncomfortable. Because now they're curious as to how old this person really is. I'll make her the belle of the ball. And if it's an appropriate interaction. And it's not like I can't get one. I'm handsome enough to make a decent amount of money. It's not like I'm rich, but I'm not broke. But I'm not rich. Just for the record. But I'm not broke. So, right, like, I'm handsome enough. Like, shit, I give Grandpa a chance. Even though I'm not Grandpa, hell no, I'm not gonna put Grandpa on me yet. My daughter's only 14. But, you know. Like, Dad, you are not allowed to take me to my freshman orientation. So, you know, inappropriate conversations. Hi, how you doing? I'm Brandon Gordon, gabgames.com, and this is Fortnite and inappropriate conversations. The conversation right now is age. Do you think as what? Oh, how did I put it? Would you date? Is it okay for a person 30 plus to date, to have sex with an 18-year-old, not necessarily date, to have sex with an 18-year-old? Since I have a new viewer. That's the current conversation. 18 is legal. Right? And here's the situation for both male and women perspectives. For the ladies, you have 18-year-old Chris Brown, 18-year-old Justin Bieber, 18-year-old Michael B. Jordan. 18-year-old Chris Hemsworth, is that who it is? And Chris Evans. You got your choice of any one of those 18-year-olds. Would you sleep with them? Fellas, you got 18-year-old Beyonce. You got 18-year-old Scarlett Johansson. You got 18-year-old Jessica Alba. You got 18-year-old Stacey Dash. Would you sleep with them? If given the chance. Tough question, right? Got your ass. Bitch ass wasp. Aha. So, they're 18 and you're 30 plus. Would you sleep with them? It's legal. If you say no, tell me why, other than you might be judged for your answer. Damn. It's legal. That's the legal age. You're going to tell me 18-year-old Jessica Alba could go die for our country, but can't get the D? You crazy. I would give her the D and then go fight her place in the war for her. So, that's the type of conversations we're having. The conversation before that, if you're still watching, is your homie, your friend from elementary school, giving your respected gender, y'all both the same gender. Could be opposite genders, it doesn't matter. Come up to you and like, hey, what? How did it disappear? I was just watching him through the window. Came up to you and was like, hey, I got a sex change. Would you want to see? If your homie was like, hey, I got a pussy now. Or she was like, hey, I got a dick now. Would you be curious and want to see? I mean, I gave my answer. My answer is, I would be curious. I would want to see. Like, we always hear about men getting their dicks chopped off. We never hear about women adding a dick. Like, you're telling me you could go buy dicks? Like, if I want a bigger dick, I could go buy a bigger dick? You wouldn't be curious to see what a transgender dick look like? Like, I'm not gay, and I would want to know what a transgender dick looks like. Because that's not normal. Who the fuck is over there? I just noticed. Oh, they were just like, I'm not gay, and I would want to know what a transgender dick look like, because it's something you don't see every day, right? Like, you don't even hear about that. So if you ask me, yes, I will want to see. Like, all right, you always hear about dudes getting their dick chopped off. You never hear about chicks adding a dick. Like, do they chop a dick off a guy and then give it to a chick that want a dick? Like, nobody's curious about this process. And remember, we're not here to call people out their names. We're not here to talk down on people. We're just here to ask the questions that people have that nobody wants to ask. So, please refrain from negative words and, negative things in the comments. Respect the community. We're here to talk as adults. We're not here to talk as children. South Park, we're on our South Park boondock shit. Social political commentary. Like, you can have these conversations without calling people derogatory statements. And I would please ask and, I ask that you refrain from it. Respect the conversation. Respect the people, respect the conversation, respect the sanctity of the stream. It's not to put down, it's just to discuss. Come on, Pumbaa, I'm trying to fix this place up. Stop destroying shit. This goddamn door, Pumbaa. Inappropriate conversation. What's another inappropriate conversation we can have? I don't know much. I try to be a good guy and all this stuff. So, inappropriate conversation. Oh yeah, the other conversation before that was masturbation is only a sin if men do it. It's only a sin when men do it. The reason masturbation is only a sin when men do it is because the semen of men carry life, and it's a waste of life. No, women's wounds accept life They have to accept the life in order to nurture the life. The man's semen, literally, once he ejaculates, starts swimming because it's alive and look for an egg. Right. Women can't produce life. Men naturally produce life. Our balls hold life. Women's body accepts life and carry that life and nurture that life. But every time a man nut, that's 1,000,000 potential babies. That's why masturbation. I was gonna say masturbation. Masturbation is a sin because it's potential life that's not being used properly. I sin every morning. Actually, I sin about 4 times a day. The most I've sinned in a day was about 7, 8. Sometimes I'll be going through it, and I'm not a whore, so I just don't give it up to everybody. So, there's, what else is an inappropriate conversation? Let me go on the place full of inappropriate conversations, social media. Let's see what I come across. These are just thoughts in my head. Those were thoughts in my head. Oh, okay, I got one. I didn't find anything. I had to jump. Is it gay to do butt stuff with your girlfriend? Because I know a lot of Caribbean people that say it's gay. But homosexuality is 2 people of the same gender sleeping with each other. If you ask me personally, it's not gay. If I do butt stuff with my lady, it's not gay. Because she's my lady. She's a lady. I'm a man. This is Fortnite and inappropriate conversation. If you can't hear this shit, leave. It's in the title, inappropriate conversation. You came here because you heard inappropriate conversation. You were like, I want it. So, doing butt stuff with your girlfriend. Is it gay? Is it gay if your girlfriend does butt stuff with you? Let's discuss. Let's make it even more juicy. Well, I don't want my girlfriend touching my butt stuff. I gotta say it's not gay. Because again, homosexuality is man on man, woman on woman. The fact that you like it when your girlfriend peg you doesn't make you gay. Because you might not be attracted to men. You might be attracted to the kinks of it all. You know, because some people like the kinkiness of shit. Having sex in public, you know, things like that. It's being kinky that get them on. It's not necessarily the other stuff, you know? So personally, I would say it's not. If you let your girlfriend do butt stuff to you, it's kinky, it's exotic. But I'm on the side of it's not gay. Little extreme, but hey, to each their own. I'm not here to judge. I am not one to judge. That's why I feel comfortable having these conversations. You know? If I was judgmental, I wouldn't even bring this shit up, because then it would start a whole conversation and a whole debate on something that I don't really give a shit about. Personally, I don't give a shit about it. It's just to keep the stream interesting. Optimism. Too low quality. Fuck you, Optimus. Bitch ass. Where's this at anyway? Something ruins. Rumble ruin. Like, I need gold. I am gold, bitch. Fucking aliens wanna sacrifice up one of the best weapons ever from humanity. I find that weird. That's how invasions happen. Fuck the Autobots, I don't trust them. So, have we come to a conclusion yet? If you let your woman do butt stuff with you, is it gay? If you do butt stuff with your woman, is it gay? Fortnite in an inappropriate conversation. It's to keep up with the topic. I'm here for inappropriate conversation, not controversial topics. That's a false stop. Still his shit and give copies. Like again, I can say it's good. Ah. Anybody that still jump like Super Mario when they're fighting is a kid. You're definitely a kid because you're fresh from Super Mario. All you know is jump. Right. Super Mario. Now, let's see. Car sex. Is car sex cliche? I thought I had that. I mean, for some people, car sex is exciting, right? But you have car sex when you're what? Just learning how to drive, you know, and shit like that. So is car sex still exciting to people? It all depends to me. Like if you're looking, if it's for the excitement, like for me, it was never the excitement of having sex in the car. It was the excitement of having sex. Like shit, I'd have did it on the back of a cow if you wanted me to. You gonna say you gonna give me some? You know? So it's like car sex isn't necessarily exciting for me. It's the fact of getting some booty that's exciting. You know? Now, car sex in front of a police station, that's exciting. That's thrill. You know? I don't need that. No. Car sex. Car sex. Car sex. Guess what? I must struck a nerve. I'm hearing